boys, we're back in London. Just got down here from Manchester. 2.5 hour train, it was sweaty when it veins.
Horrible.
But I had an email off Wembley about 3 days ago. Look at this. Got these tickets, I don't know if you can see that. But they're 13 grand. So we're gonna take you to Wembley for the game, for the cup final. Show you around, see what we get for 13 grand, because that's crazy. And boys, just to put it out there, paddock pass in Dubai is 10 grand. So choose wisely. Boys, you can't get in here, we're stuck. This place like a maze, isn't it? It's huge. It's crazy. We're in. Purple zone. And off. Got a champers, some butter, mains. It's gotta be ribeye all day. Menu's huge though. Yep. How many? 3. Oh. Man. Weird, isn't it? I've seen it before. The view from the seats. It's pretty insane, to be fair. Commentary box beer. All the boys. Stuff on Vinted. I'll put the link in the description for you, but selling like 13 pairs of trainers and then a ton of clothes, loads of nice jumpers, t-shirts, jeans, everything. All be on my Vinted, so if you want to check it out, link in the description. Also an insane one. I got an email this morning off a brand called Mirai. They're a private jet company and they were like, we want to give you a jet and you can go anywhere in Europe, ski trip, golf trip, whatever you want, and we'll cover it. So the vlog would be crazy if we can sort this out in the next like 2 to 3 weeks. And look, check this out. So I've put a one-way from Manchester to Portugal. This is probably like 3 hours. 167,000 for one way. We got 24,000 for the cheapest, but that thing looks a bit sketchy, doesn't it? I feel like that thing will fall out of the sky, but you never know. And also boys, for the next vlog, we're gonna try and build the sim. So the budget currently is about 3,500 maximum. So we're going to go with everything Fanatec. Well, sorry about that. Everything Fanatec. We're going to get this base with this chair, the McLaren steering wheel, these pedals, this system. It's all going to be a PS5. Lads, if any of you have got one of these, let me know if I'm making the right choices here. I might go for this wheel actually. This one's insane. And then we got the G9 curved monitor, which will sit on the deck, which will look mental. But we're going to do that all in a separate video, build it all up, order it. I think that'll be sick. We can probably vlog us ordering everything as well, which would be pretty cool. Also, look at this. Sofa Club gifted us a sofa. This thing's sick. She's a big old girl. Got the money table. Also, got some shelving from IKEA. Or wait, what's this called?
A TV unit.
Got a TV unit, so we're going to get rid of this. Get the cars, chuck it all out on there because it goes super long, it covers this whole space. Chuck the TV on, good to go. So we're going to build up that now, show what it looks like. There it is. Oh, the car don't fit.
Or it doesn't fit that way either.
Oh no. Let's chuck it out. We'll put the old one back. Right, we're back. It is a bit of a solo mission today. Everyone's busy, so I'm driving from Manchester to Goodwood. It is a long drive, 4.5 hours each way. I'm doing it all in a day, but it's going to be worth it because I've checked the spec sheet for the track day and there's some insane stuff. We've got the McLaren 750S, got a few Bentleys, a few Ferraris, got the 996 GTS and the Pura Sangre. I drove the 996 GTS in Dubai and it had a speed cap on it, so you couldn't do over 100 mile an hour, and that thing does 100 mile an hour in like third gear, so we pretty much never left third gear. It was kind of boring, but driving on track today is gonna be insane. And I wanted to work Ferrari for like the longest time, so hopefully we can build some sort of relationship with Ferrari today. That'll be pretty sick. There's some stuff on Rolls-Royce. Porsche got a 911 Carrera GTS, the Targa, which is pretty sick. Might chuck that on the track, but yeah, we've got a big day of driving, so we're going to get down there, have a little browse, and I'll show you what we're up to, and we'll shoot some stuff. Lovely. Here it is. Motor circuits. Proper. Right, there's a Revoluto. They got it in black, or green. Yeah, it looks hard. Oh, this thing's cool. Veyron, I think this is for sale. It's got to be about 3 milli. And we got the old Revoluto, yeah. Alpine, Lotus, 296 GTS. I think you got the McLaren at the back there. There's loads of cool shit. Right, so we're back home. It's currently 10 o'clock in the morning. Did the racing day yesterday. Vibe was a little bit strange. You couldn't shoot in the cars. You couldn't drive the 296 GTS on track or the Lamborghini. You just had to go in the passenger seat, and they wouldn't let you shoot inside the car. It was really strange setup, but I managed to get out in the M4 CS. That thing is incredible. I couldn't really film because I was on my own, and I had no like mounts or anything for the car, which was a bit annoying, but connected with the BMW team. Hopefully we can get an M4 CS on the channel at some point, which will be sick to review, drive it about, take it somewhere cool. But in the meantime, I'm going to order the racing sim. So I told Bane I'm going to buy one, and he was like, no you won't, no you won't. Same as Beck, she doesn't think I'm going to buy it, so I'm going to run you through the spec and quickly order it now, and then make sure you hit subscribe because in the next video we'll be building it and the sim's going to be class. So I'll show you the spec now because it looks sick. So we're going with the Club Sport GT cockpit. Everything's from Fanatec. So I'll show you my shopping bag. Comes to 2,444 in euros though, so it's like 2,100 for the full setup. And then I'm going to buy, jump on Curry's, get this Samsung G9 monitor. That thing looks crazy. Mounted to the cockpit is going to look wild, like just on here. Going to run it all through the PS5, which you already have. So the full setup is going to cost just under 3,000 for the whole thing, which I think is pretty good. So I'm going to order that now and make sure you're here for the next vid because building it's going to be class. Right, it's done boys, sim's ordered. Hide my address so you don't send me some freaky stuff, but next week's vlog, building this beast, is going to be insane. This stuff's just arrived. I'm doing a collab with a luggage brand. It's called Monos or something like that. Let's open it up and see what's inside. Got some new luggage, Monos. This thing's actually kind of hard. It's not Rimowa, but it's decent. And I've got the Rimowa case. It's the plastic one, the big one. It's actually kind of shit, so this thing's kind of sick. It's heavy though. That thing probably weighs like 7 or 8 kg without anything in it. It's got some nice locks. Pretty cool. They also sent all these like bags for inside. So you can pack all your clothes, pants, socks, all into these different bags. Pretty sick.
Fuck off! Oh shit.
Better clear out that room.
I was gonna send you a different wheel today.
Better clean out that room, mate. Let's go in here, boys.
Who's not in?
So, for those of you who don't know, I used to be a full-time filmmaker and photographer. I shot football, lifestyle fashion, I shot brands, influencers, models, like everything. It was sick. The life was amazing. I traveled a lot, went some really cool places with players, shot some amazing players. I'll put up on screen some of my content that I shot because we did do some really cool shoots. I did that for like 4 to 5 years. I got into it because I actually emailed a guy. He used to sell watches and jewelry to players, and then I met him, travelled a bit, met some different players, started shooting them, and then it just snowballed and I just shot loads of players and loads of different brands. It was amazing. The life was sick. But when I was shooting the influencers, I was just thinking like, some of them didn't even dress that cool, the content wasn't that great, and I was like, I could probably just do this myself. And the money they were getting paid is crazy. Like at this point I was making like anywhere from 4 to 10k a month doing my filmmaking job, which is unreal. It was sick, but footballers are insanely unreliable. They'd cancel like an hour before. And whilst this was happening, probably in my last year, I started doing TikTok. TikTok went really well. I gained like 50, 60k in probably like 5 or 6 months. And then it kind of went even bigger to like 150k. And then once I got like 150k was when I probably did my last job. I was in Milan. The player cancelled, we flew out there, we had to get a different player. The whole shoot was just a bit crazy. It just wasn't very good. It was all for Bottega Veneta, which was insane anyway. But whilst I was on that job, I actually had a brand deal with Golden Goose, which was like a dream collab of mine. I was shooting that in the Airbnb that we rented, which was crazy, but it was hard to like balance it all out. And at this point, I was probably making like a similar amount through TikTok than my filmmaking. And when people were cancelling, I was like, this is just annoying. So I decided to go full time. And at this point, I didn't even have an Instagram following. I had like probably 10k on Instagram. I didn't push it. It was all TikTok, and some of them followers just came over onto my Instagram. And I was probably around maybe 1,000 likes on Instagram. But it was when I got the car stuff that it really escalated. But we'll chat about that in the next chapter. Right, Baina's back from work. He's going to help me get through this Instagram bit and TikTok bit, the growing bit, because there's a lot to talk about. But to start off, TikTok, the way I started, I just used to go in store, shoot videos of the clothes in store, innit? And
just trending clothes.
yeah, always trending clothes. There was a pair of carpenters in Zara. They got me like 600,000 views. I only had about 2k followers at this point. And then that took me from 2k to about 10k. Then I landed Represent as a retainer. Represent were paying me. So I was getting paid for my filmmaking job. I got a retainer through TikTok. So that's kind of where I had the money to buy the stuff that I actually wanted. I'd buy like jeans and stuff occasionally from Zara and other brands. I'd go into H&M and do jean videos.
Yeah, I was going to say, you were still jumping on the trending vibe in between the brand deals as well, because that's what people were drawn to start with.
Yeah, I was getting just amazing views on going into store and getting that stuff done. And that's why I built the following on TikTok.
Filmmaking started to filter out really because brand deals were coming in. You didn't have to take on as much work for filmmaking because you were making enough money through the brand deals.
Yeah, that's when I made the decision to be like, I don't need to do this job anymore, because I was making a similar amount of money through TikTok as I was doing my filmmaking stuff. And it was like, it felt like the filmmaking stuff was getting in the way, wasn't it? Like I didn't have time to do more TikTok stuff because I was traveling so much with the filmmaking stuff. So that's when it would have been probably maybe my last year of filmmaking. I proper pushed in TikTok.
And then the followers filtered through to Instagram then, which basically give you a kick to be like, I need to push both platforms.
Yeah. So I at this point I probably had 150k on TikTok. And that's when I moved from Cardiff, moved up to Manchester, and then that's when I was like, I'm going to smash out Instagram as well, because me and Beck got the Porsche, and I started shooting a little bit with the Porsche, like the car stuff, and I was averaging probably like 2k likes. I had about maybe 12k followers on Instagram, and then I shot a picture with the Porsche, and it got like 4 or 5k, and I was like, that's done amazing. And that's when I started just doing more of like the lifestyle stuff, like mixing in watches, cars, fashion all together, and that's when it just took off. Because I remember I had 16k, and a guy from Sky, who's like a really good mate of mine now, Cam, he invited me down to a golf event in London somewhere. Yeah, I played in the golf event, and then I was actually going on a holiday from September, wasn't it? Yeah, I went on holiday in September to Dubai. My mate came out with me, and because I had the contact at Sky, I just messaged Cam and I was like, mate, is there any tickets for the F1 going? I was like, I don't care if they're just normal seats or like,
Yeah.
I don't care what it is as long as I can just watch the race. And then he managed to get me some paddock passes, which were outrageous. They were like 10 grand each. I had tickets for the whole weekend. So my mate Laurie from my town in Brecon, he came with me, and he's like super rich off crypto, and he rented this Ferrari, the 296 GTS, and we drove from Dubai to Abu Dhabi in the Ferrari and watched the F1 all weekend. It was insane.
I feel like that was a I feel like that was a turning point. I
Yeah.
feel like when it was all fashion before, and then I feel like once you got into that lifestyle stuff of the cars and the watches, because you met Will through filming as well.
Yeah, I met the watch dealer, like my watch dealer Will. I met him through Filmmaking. I just used to shoot his content. So like, I had a good connect for watches. I had a good connect for trips. I had fashion connect. So like the whole lifestyle just came together so easily after that point. But yeah, that trip I went on it. I remember I uploaded the vlog of the Abu Dhabi F1, and it got 1.6 million views, I think it is, something crazy. And then Sky were like, do you want to become an ambassador for Sky? And I was like, holy shit, 100%. And then like Sky have now taken me everywhere. I've been to the F1 every year with Sky. I've done loads of different trips with them. We're going to the Open in Ireland in July to watch the golf.
Football games.
Yeah, loads of football games and stuff. Like,
It's just everything.
yeah, like
And
it like
take your pick of
snowballed.
what you want.
Yeah, it was insane. Yeah, so after that Abu Dhabi trip, like we shot with cars, we shot the lifestyle, and that's when it just took off. Like that video done amazing. I think the dump got like 3,000 or 4,000 views again, but obviously the video did insane. And then I was like, right, I need to push the car, watches, and just like lifestyle content, because I was like, the life was crazy. I was doing insane trips. It was mad, wasn't it? I was always on some sort of trip or
It was
traveling
silly
somewhere.
not to record everything.
Yeah, it was. So like I would say the Zara video was like a massive turning point. It kind of kickstarted TikTok. The F1 video kind of really kickstarted Instagram. It like boosted that. And then when I got to like, I think I had 50k on Instagram, and that's when I got invited with Bentley. Bentley reached out to me and they were like, do you want a car? It was probably that content that also did amazing, mate. Bentley gave me the Continental GT, the 2019 one. It was incredible. I took it back to Wales, shot it there. I think the dump got like 20,000 likes, which was massive at the time because I was averaging like 4 or 5k likes. Some of them were getting like 10k. But yeah, the Bentley trip was what really kicked it off. And when I did that, Bentley invited me to Switzerland to drive the new Continental GT Speed. We flew out to Switzerland, and this one was weird because I was the smallest creator there when I was easily the smallest creator. There was people with like 200k, there was people with like 5 million.
Yeah, millions, yeah.
And I had 50k, and I got there. It was just, I thought I had like imposter syndrome. I was like, am I even meant to be here? But yeah, the trip was incredible. Shot some amazing content.
The best content out of, the most engaging content out of everyone there.
Yeah, I remember I posted it that night. Like I was probably the first one to post. We went out on like a Tuesday night, and I posted on the Thursday, on the last night we were there. And I woke up and it had like, I remember messaging you, I was like, mate, the post is flying. It had like about 28,000 likes. I was like, this one could do insane. And it got to like 5 million in engagement, and it had like it has like 230,000 likes, something crazy like that.
I remember it getting to 50k likes, and we were like,
this could get to 100k. This could get massive.
And then it just boosted again to like, we were watching it on the next day. It was like 98k, and we just watched it get to 100. And then I think you must have gained like 30 or 40k followers off it.
That's when I went from 50k to like 100k on Instagram. It did gain me like a 50k followers in the end. And after that trip, I mean, I was the best performing creator out of the whole trip. Like there was people with 5 million followers, and I smashed all of their posts. So it was nuts. And now I've gone on to like work with Bentley on paid campaigns. So yeah, even if you do stuff for free, jump on it, because I feel like if you can get like good engagement on content, brands will just come back to you and they'll pay you always. That's just how it works. Right, okay, so let's chat about the money side of things because this is the most important part. So the first, probably retainers we want to chat about first, innit? So I currently have 3 retainers. They're locked in for like 6 months, so it's guaranteed money for the next 6 months. The first one I got was Represent, and then now we're with Axel Argao, another brand called Brother and Kin. Those are all for the next 6 months, which is mint. So I don't have to worry about money in that sense because now I can focus on the other stuff. So yeah, probably pinpointing certain brands is a good thing. I got gifted some Golden Goose from Revolve, so I didn't even buy the trainers. And then I shot a lot of cool content for Golden Goose, and then they reached out to me, paid me like a really good fee, sent me some trainers. So like that one worked out perfectly. And the same with Ramoa. When I was in Dubai, I bought the pilot case. I think it was £1,200, and then I shot some amazing content with that. And then Ramoa reached out to me, and the fee easily covered what I spent on the brand. They sent me some more bags, and obviously the fee was really good. So yeah, like you can buy certain stuff if you want to work with a certain brand. It's probably scary to like pay £600-700 for a pair of trainers, but it does pay off if you shoot good content with it. There's people working for the brands who are trying to find people to shoot the brand. So
But not only that, when you were making those purchases, like when you're looking at buying the pilot case or whatever, you're always thinking about content.
yeah,
You're
like
always
I
thinking like it's going to be used for this. I can use this for this.
yeah, like I don't buy anything unless I'm pretty much going to use it for content. Like I do love all of my clothes. I do buy stuff that I love. Like I like the way I dress, but a lot of it is buy it. Yeah, with the idea of working with a brand in the long run, innit?
Yeah.
Which always like works out really well.
Which
So that's
I
another thing you can do really well.
I think people get probably lost in that a bit, where it's probably like quite difficult to always buy stuff thinking of content. But when you're doing it as a full-time job, it's just like, that's just what it comes with everything.
Yeah. So yeah, you're probably thinking, oh, I don't want to buy that because it might not do well. But I like a lot of people will buy stuff, they'll shoot it in their house and they'll just send it back. Like I know people do it with clothes. Like it's how I started. I went into store and just shot. So yeah, that's just a really easy way to get brand deals. Just maybe go and buy the stuff, buy a brand that you really like, shoot some really cool stuff with it, and then the brand probably will reach out to you. That's just how it works. And it's different with me because I don't have management, so I don't have anyone outreaching for me. I feel like I'm in a fortunate position where like the brands do find me, don't they? I don't outreach anyone. I just kind of wait for the brand deals to come to me. And because I've got those retainers, like it feels easier to do that because I'm not like dependent on the money that needs to come in. So that's like a really good way of doing it. And then, yeah, so I was making a lot of money through the brand deals, and that's when I had all this money sitting in the bank, and I was like, what can I do with this? And that's when I met Sam, who's like one of my best mates now. He's a property sourcer based in Wales, where I'm from. And he just called me one night and he was like, mate, why don't you buy a house and flip it? Because that's what he does full time. And I was like, I never even knew this was a thing. Like I didn't know how easy it was. But yeah, I met Sam, and then he found me a house. I think the house was £74,000. And he was like, don't buy the house outright, just get a mortgage on it so you've got some cash available to do other stuff like renovate it. So I remember I think my deposit was £11,000 on the house. I had £30,000 for the renovation fee, which I saved up through the influence and stuff. And then, yeah, that's like still in the go now. It should be for sale in probably maybe a week or two, which should be the one that we shown on the YouTube video. So that cost me, £40,000. And I'll probably make around £40,000 profit on that. So it's just a really easy way to make money. I know it probably seems like it's not that easy, but it honestly was. I got a deposit, I had the renovation fee, and if you're someone that doesn't have much money, just try and save up a deposit, put the deposit down, and then you can do the work slowly. You don't have to do it in a rush. Obviously, I've got mortgage payments. They're like super cheap. They're like £280 a month, I think they are. So I don't really notice it too much, but you kind of just get that money back anyway in the profit, so it's fine. Obviously, the longer that runs on, you'll kind of run out of profit. But
And it was just utilising, using the money rather than just sitting in the bank.
yeah, like
And giving you something to do when you're not working every day. Like if you've got time off, you can go look at the house, and it was almost like a little side project that was like, it's a no-brainer.
yeah, and it's no work for me. Do you know what I mean? I send the money to Sam. Sam's got a project manager. They do everything. He's just like, mate, this is the fee for the garden. This is the fee for the kitchen. And then I just approve it and send the money over. And they keep it all within the budget, so it's just super easy. And that's just an amazing way to make money without doing anything. Obviously, I have to deal with solicitors a little bit. Like, the admin work is tiny. Like, for 40 grand, just for doing absolutely nothing is amazing. So, yeah, few points. Buy the brands that you like. Shoot some amazing content with them, and the brands will probably reach out to you. And then if you're making money from that, just rotate into property and flip houses. Like, it's that straightforward. And that's the only two things I do. I've got some crypto, but we won't really talk about crypto because it's a minefield, isn't it? I've lost so much money in crypto. I've made money and I've lost money in crypto. It's a tricky one, but I would never give advice on crypto. I just feel like it's too volatile.
Personal.
Yeah, it's
But
a bit
I
more
also
personal.
feel like I feel like in the influencing world, you have like a time limit.
Yeah, it's definitely a bit of a time limit to it.
You getting into the property side was almost like, right, if like it's not going to, but for whatever reason, if the influencing side fell off,
Yeah, I can
you've
back
got
up.
a portfolio of, you know, you can do something
Yeah.
rather than saving, and then it comes to the end and you're like, this is what I have.
Yeah, that was like my main thought when I bought the house. I was like, let me have something to rely on just in case this all just goes out the window. So, yeah, there's a few good tips there. Right, quick run of golf. Friday afternoon. Gonna pick up Brooksy. He's my mate that I met on the course from Canada. He's a cool guy. We play off a similar handicap. We're both off about 5. So, last match I managed to beat him by a few shots. So we'll see what we come up with today. Try and shoot a decent score. I'll be the one. Right, we're 1 under through 3. Got a little chip shot for a birdie here now. See if we can shoot. It's got the 6 out. Oh, another good one. Oh, you dog. 5 iron, 205 out. Played a worldie into the wind. Had to hit it really hard. Right, here's the scorecard. Mike was the bottom one. He's just stopped scoring because he had a nightmare. But first ever round 1 under.
Didn't happen so.
Apparently didn't happen. He wasn't there, but we got the card, boys. I'm gonna have to frame that. First round under par's crazy. My giveaway update. What are we waiting on? A surround. We're waiting on the surround and light. So we can't really do the giveaway until those things come because we need the stuff. But it's meant to come in the next few weeks, so we probably actually could on the next vlog announce the winner, and then we'll just send it to you whenever it arrives.
Yeah, you just DM them anyway for.
Yeah, so make sure you sub, and I'll go back to the video. Me and Bain will sit through, find the winner, and we'll send it all out.